And we're live. Welcome to the Zac Yak Pack of the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. I'm one of your hosts, Zach. With us, we have the
Other Zach.
Don't be afraid to use that hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us on the Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow me on Instagram at MPJags. You can follow the other Zach at.
We have our official merchandise for sale at cafepress.com/JaggersJuxtaplooza. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're going live and we're late on anything because of reasons. Like tonight, we had reasons earlier why we were delayed. Like, subscribe, and share. And do not be afraid to use the hashtag Don't Be a Nick.
The real question out of all of this is you're almost a full week later and still no social media.
I am kind of on the fence of having more social media or having less social media in my life right now. It's one of those catch-22s where on one hand, maybe. On the other hand, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to deal with more social media.
Well, that's where, you keep it professional. That's why it's Instagram. It's mostly just pictures. Little caption, and that's about it.
I'll have to figure out. Oh, shit.
Figure out what?
I have to figure out how the whole Instagram stuff works.
Really simple. It's Instagram, and your wife could probably explain to you how to do it exactly.
Probably could. So what's new? What's fun? What's exciting?
Oh, well, all sorts of different things, but, the whole...
How are the storms out your way?
Got a cat trying to climb into the tree.
Ah.
I don't have time for this shit, Oreo.
How were the storms out your way, anyhow?
Oh, the wind was thick, heavy, knocked down the awning for a gas station even.
I saw that.
Yeah, then all I could think is I would really hate to be the person getting gas right then and there.
We're getting the high winds right now.
So, well, it gets better than that. The day before that, somebody up and just decided to blow a stop sign, right, at a T intersection. And they apparently, I don't know, I haven't been out there to see, but they went up over into the grocery store. The grocery store has because there's an overpass over the railroad tracks that this comes up to, right? So they have to go down the overpass through the parking lot to go into the store.
Express pickup?
I guess it was the discount side of the grocery store. So I mean,
Auto drive or autopilot, whatever the heck they call it.
No, not around here. We're Yeah, but that was their discount, pallet sale type discount side to the grocery store started doing. So people aren't getting their cheap whatchamacallits.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good, right?
Yeah. You just drive on down to. We're going to go pick up the groceries. Boom, right through the front door.
Yeah, they did it first thing in the morning, too.
Was that in all the fog and everything, or what?
Yeah. Apparently in all the fog. They decided, and they didn't just, put the front end into it. They completely seated an SUV into this store. And we're not talking just we busted through windows. We busted, brick blower window freaking base. So like
So
the
they
window's in
pulled
the wall with the brick base below it, and we're talking like knee-high brick base, roughly,
So they pulled a Bo and Luke Duke.
all the way through it. All I can think of, they had to technically, I want to say they had to go through guardrail, but they had to go down and continue going and keep it on all four tires the whole way.
Well, you know how I was telling you about the car that ended up in the fountain here?
Okay.
Turns out they were driving under the influence, but they were involved in a hit and run just moments earlier, like maybe 2 miles away, and the police were responding to the hit and run when they crashed into the fountain.
Can we just go with like the comment people are freaking dumb?
So, I mean, I guess in a way, we both have had people in our own respective towns trying to pull off some sort of Dukes of Hazzard shit.
Yeah, but at least usually it's better.
Well, I mean, literally, in order to hit this fountain, to land in the fountain, they had to take out a cannon that. So they used cannons around our traffic circle in the fountain, and
What did it deter people running red lights?
Well, to keep people from running into the fountain and to protect the fountain, they took out not one, come to find out, 2 of the cannon barrels that were stuck in the ground. 2 of them. And launched the car off the cannon barrels into the fountain.
So today we had to go to my in-laws. We had to take up their poinsettia that they ordered for school fundraiser, right?
Yeah.
And of course, before you go on any sort of 2-hour trip, you stop by the gas station, get something to drink, get the kids some drinks, get the wife her scratch off tickets, grab like the bag of donuts, or apparently they have strawberry cheesecake little mini donuts now. Not that bad. It was my opinion. My daughter liked them, and mommy was like, "This smells disgusting, and I'm not eating this crap." But I got like regular glazed donuts too.
Well, it's a good thing you had options there.
Right. Well, I mean, they're the bag of donuts, right? Your pre-sealed bag, Little Debbie, whatever the hell brand they are. But I get my wife 2 scratch-off tickets, right? I get 2 $10 tickets because they're one's like a bingo or whatever, or a word search, whatever the fuck it was, right? So it gives her something to do. She just does it out of boredom, really, when we're driving. And so she'll do these scratch-offs, right? And then if she gets any money out of it, it just gets put into the for trip money, right?
Yeah.
So that then she got something to occupy some of her time besides playing with her damn cell phone, because we all get sick of Facebook, and cell phones. There's not a daily Zac Yak Pack or Jaggers Juxtaplooza video to keep people entertained. So they have to do things like scratch off tickets or word searches. Okay. So, in doing so, we have to, they're 2 $10 tickets or whatever, which, it was mostly just because it was the options. Well, she wins $20 off of it. No big deal, right?
Yeah. So you broke even.
Yeah, broke even, paid for the tickets. Like she won $20 off of a $5 ticket the other day, and it paid for like the two or three tickets I'd gotten her that day. So, sometimes we get lucky, and I never buy like 2 of the same. I always buy, a word search and a bingo, because it'll occupy a fair amount of time. But it's the Christmas season, so you get all the Christmas ones.
Is there some crazy girl that was in there or something like that?
Oh no, we're not even there yet, right? So I get my wife these things, right? So I go up and I get, they have no, I shit you not, they have no cherry Pepsi. All they have is 3 racks of regular Pepsi.
Okay.
Which made no sense to me. What do you need 3 racks of regular Pepsi in your cooler for? 3 full racks. So you're talking like, what is it, like 5 to 10 freaking bottles side by side? 3 full racks of just regular Pepsi.
Well, they're
No
not
cherry
even the ones that set those up, though. Pepsi is.
Well, somebody's got to refill them, though, when they go empty.
Pepsi.
Not always.
Yeah, they provide vendor service
they
like
got
that.
stock in the back.
The Pepsi guys around here, anyhow, they all actually make a commission off of that. They have to go into the store and stock them.
Right, they stock the original amount, but like if they run empty, there is backup stock to be reloaded, right? But so anyways, I don't care how it happened. There's fucking 3 stacks of fucking Pepsi, right? So I end up getting her the blueberry Red Bull because she's trying to get it's like 8:00 in the morning when we're leaving. So I get her like a blueberry Red Bull because she's trying the energy drink thing. And she said, no, don't ever get me that one again. I said, okay, that's fine. I got myself just like a regular tiny Red Bull. And I got me a Mountain Dew. And I got her one of those extra sweet teas, the little brown square container, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do all this. I go out to check out. The lady hands, I say I want a number, a 14 and a 15. She comes back with a 14 and a 16. No, I said 15. Watch that number 16 be a winner, but I don't want that. I want the number 15 because I want it to be the holiday one,
Yeah.
So while I'm checking out, when you put your card in and then the whole system just like lags and freezes.
Yeah.
And it's sitting there saying, do not remove card. Do not remove card. I'm standing there for almost a fucking minute. And then the lady's like, pull it out, try it again. I pull it out, and I don't stick it back in right away because I'm waiting for it to clear the system, right?
Yeah.
No. I have to put it back in for it to clear the system. So I can pull it out to put it in again.
Okay.
Right, because the system's just completely screwed up.
Yeah.
I more than have enough money for all this, right? It's just, so this one lady comes walking up from back, like 2 people behind me. If he's just getting food, I can pay for it. What the fuck, lady? It's lagging. It didn't decline my card. It's lagging system.
Yeah.
It's not like, try your card again. It declined it. No. It's a lagging system. Why the fuck? Get the fuck your fucking overpainted fucking ass back 2 spaces behind me and let me pay for my shit. Now, of course, what I say is, no, thank you. I've got this. It's literally the system's acting up. Like, it didn't decline my card. The system's acting up. I got it. You're being impatient, and I understand you're being nice. So after it finally works, I walk back and I say, thank you again. But, I appreciate it. Trying to encourage, because what if somebody really did have a problem? Trying to, and she's like, well, I believe in karma. And I'm like, I don't know. Karma is that, I think that's a stripper down at the strip club. I want nothing to do with karma. I heard she's got the gun of her Pacifilates, but you can have faith in karma all you want.
Oh my! Oh. So somebody that was either impatient or just trying to help somebody out.
If he's just getting food, I'm not getting just food, am I? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's up with this hippy dippy love fest thing, but I don't do the karma thing.
Remember when you had to pay for lotto tickets in cash only?
There's still places you have to. We travel into Michigan. A lot of them won't let me use my card.
Yeah.
What I'm always afraid of, it gives you the option to run it as credit. I'm always afraid to run it as credit. I always make sure I hit debit.
Yeah.
Because I'm always afraid it's going to decline the purchase because the lottery tickets.
Yeah. Around here, debit is the only option if you're using a card.
It's supposed to be the only option. But if I'm using a debit card, I don't even understand why you have that option on the debit credit card anyways. Because if you run it credit, you could literally be using anybody's card.
Well, yes. As long as you know the PIN.
No, you don't even need the PIN run as credit.
With
to
credit, though,
as credit, hit enter key.
The way there's a weird quirk with the banking system, and maybe somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but if you run it as credit, then the charge that would be applied to the transaction goes against the retailer. But if you run it as debit, the transaction charge would go against the bank for using the network.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
That's why, if I'm not mistaken, that's why, years ago, the bank that you and I both deal with was saying, "Hey, run it as credit."
We'd have to look into that. I don't know anybody in banking anymore. Well, I do. I do know people who did banking and worked as tellers and in management and banks, but they don't answer the phone very often when I call.
Gee, I wonder why. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing.
They're family. That makes it worse.
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Needless to say, that was my experience.
Here he is, calling me for another loan. No, I'm playing.
That was my experience for this morning. Literally barely started my morning.
How is traffic?
I don't know. I keep having everybody like, how bad's the wind out there? And I'm like, I don't have a 53-foot wall behind me. It's great. I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah, I did earlier today. I had this 53-foot sail. Yep.
Watch out for the exploding tree branches, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to have any down trees in the neighborhood here tonight, whatever. It is what it is.
Just yelled at the bird. That's why I leaned to the side. I was like, I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh, the bird? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. I just yelled, shut your bird mouth. And it just, the kid, that's what you hear the kid squawking, laughing on the way out the room. Yeah. But yeah, the weather wasn't horrible, but I definitely unplugged all our Christmas lights.
I unplugged the inflatables.
I unplugged them because the inflatables are plugged into the main strip, so I just unplugged it all. I called it a day. I set bricks down on top of the inflatables just to be safe.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to worry about them necessarily blowing away with them being undone, but yeah.
No, I watched mine moving this morning. I was like, we're leaving the house and we're going to be gone for over half the day. I'm putting some bricks on just in case.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if I was only going to be gone for an hour or so, but we were literally going to be gone all day.
It happens.
Right.
Oh, did our grocery shopping earlier.
We got to do ours still. We're right now. Our big thing is we're making a grocery list for later this month.
Yeah.
We're trying to pre-plan out meals for 3 days of our life.
That sounds good. That works. The
one day you and I might have to drive to the next town to the north.
It is what it is.
Go get pizza because I don't know if they're good. Sometimes they deliver these people have been known to deliver a 30-mile radius randomly.
The dog's staying home, by the way.
Oh, okay. Just because of the drive more than anything.
Well, just trying to, point out, okay, this is comfortable with just us in here, but throw a dog in the mix that likes to stick his head in whatever window that he sees something interesting at.
Did you explain to her she'd be the one suffering more than you?
No, I didn't have to.
Okay, because Shasta knows for a fact. I had a Jeep Comanche pickup truck, just a bench seat, right?
Yeah,
Like not any of the adjustable, just solid bench.
yeah.
You put the German, and it's manual at that. So you put the German Shepherd in it, German Shepherd Greyhound mix. So he's a little on the smaller side at least. But you put the German Shepherd into it with pregnant Shasta sitting right next to, right in the passenger seat. Guess where the dog was?
On top of
as much as he could on top of her, laying his head on her stomach because that. Oh yeah, like the overprotective of pregnant woman, freaking dog mode. So yeah, needless to say, that was exactly how that went. I tell you what, 2-hour drive, cramped.
Yeah.
And he was damn sure he was hanging on her as I'm trying to shift going down a highway.
Yeah,
Because,
like
they're always
reaching over top of them like this.
Yeah, they're curved, so your hand's coming right into their like ass, the side of their hip. Because in pickup trucks, it wasn't a straight shaft; it was the angled shaft.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it's always fun, like when you're in a semi truck and you've got a full size dog that decides to lay up against the freaking shifter. You get the fuck off the shift, or you're trying to shift and you can't get in the gear because the dog decided to lay down on it.
Yeah.
He rolls as you're in the middle of shifting. Yeah, that's always fun.
I can imagine you let off the throttle 1 or 2 times and he's leaning against it and it popped it out of gear.
Well, he was used to me having an automatic beforehand. So guess what he could do with the automatic? Lay wherever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
Which meant he was in the bunk. But as soon as I have a shifter, he's laying on the heat coming up the freaking shaft. I guarantee that's what it was. The middle of the summer, put your hand all the way down on your shifter, right? And you'll feel that heat coming up through that freaking the rubber piece.
Oh yeah.
It's insane how much heat comes up from there.
It's insane how warm just the floorboard will get.
You don't even realize that as much. At least it's not a cab over.
True. Very true.
And that's when I get a kick out of people like, oh, cab over, blah, blah, blah. I drove a cab over. And it's like, yeah, some of the Army vehicles we had were cab overs. Trust me, I know. Forward. Cab overs. Do what?
And cab forward.
Yeah. Yeah, those were always fun.
That was,
But there's no bunk in the cab, so it's still underneath you.
The A5 915 there is a sleeper now.
I'm talking small. the ones the average soldier would use, your LMTVs and your FMTVs.
Yeah.
Or your Hemmets.
Yeah, with the Hemmets though, it was always fun. Like I had the engineers there at Knox one time tell me I couldn't take a Hemmet wherever the Humvee would go. I proved it the other way around.
Technically true.
I proved it the other way around.
Well, that's because they didn't know how to drive a Humvee.
Humvee can't knock over a 20-inch diameter tree.
That's what I said. They technically can't drive technically true.
Yeah, I mean, the Hemmet outdid the Humvee. Now, at the same time,
run the thing for a second.
At the same time, the Humvee will turn. The Hemmet won't turn, and that's why the Hemmet blazes its own trail all the time. Don't be afraid to use the hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us on Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. He has Instagram. You can follow him at MPJags. We have our official merchandise for sale at cafepress.com/JaggersJuxtaplooza. Hit the notification bell so that way you know whenever we're going live. Leave a comment. Excuse me, either during or after the show. If it's after the show, excuse me again, we'll do our best in order to go back and try and see what comments might pop up after the show type thing and bring it up on the next one possibly. So far, we've got actually 0 comments today at all. Don't be afraid to use the hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Like, subscribe, share. That's the only way we're getting out there is by people sharing us. Shouldn't take him too much longer, and he should be back. Just always got to mix up another one every once in a while. Me, I came prepared. I have another one sitting off to the side, ready to go.
Yeah, but you're talking trash out your mouth because you don't even know what's going on. Take that.
Oh, I knew you had to mix another drink.
Did I? Did I? Did I?
I thought you were having to.
No. I had to take and help my wife take cupcakes into the garage to set them on top of the deep freeze so they don't get too warm overnight. Because if they get too warm, the frosting can run.
Okay.
She made cupcakes for my nephew's birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
She was having me help her take that because she did the cake too, but she, had me help her take them to the garage. That way, I could set them on top the deep freeze for her.
So you got containers that can seal? Yeah, wise choice.
I live in Ohio. We're working on constitutional carry. Once that's done, I can carry cupcakes anywhere I want.
Cupcake. Oh, man.
But no, so we're working on a menu for later this month. So that we'll have drive go get pizza or whatever for the one day.
Yeah, that's fine.
The question we weren't sure of if you guys were going to church with us or not.
We'll probably go ahead and leave out that morning so we can get back and get ready for the week with.
That's a good idea. But what time? What time are you thinking you need to leave? Because it's like a 7-hour drive, right?
We'll find out.
8-hour drive.
How long was it for you?
About 8 hours.
She
says about 8, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So
we're a little slower through the Pennsylvania mountains too.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out exactly.
Because what I was gonna say is, one Sunday, church is early. We can go right here in town. You guys go right with us, or we go to church anyways because we're Catholic and I'm not going to hell over you. But
those cupcakes look cool.
Yeah, but we go to church, right? Okay, but we'll take and do the one that's like right in town. That's the early one instead of the later one, and then we'll still be able to see you guys off because it starts at like 9 a.m. So like if you're still gathering kids around and whatnot, we'll be able to go to church, come be home by 10, and then be able to be like, hey,
Yeah.
And then New Year's Day, there's at least an hour of my day is gone there too because it's holy day of obligation. That's the church's way of punishing you for having a hangover.
Okay. What's entailed with that?
No, you just go to church. It's literally just church, but it's a holy day of obligation because what the day itself celebrates.
Oh, New Year.
No. It's the Solemnity of Hold on. I don't want to. I'm on the internet, so I want to make sure I explain it right.
Then again, if you screw it up bad enough, it might shoot the algorithm up.
Right. So it's the Solemnity of Mary. Okay, which is commemoration of the conferral of the most holy name of Jesus. I want to explain exactly what it is. Because it makes good conversation. So the feast is a celebration of Mary being the mother of Jesus. The English title, Mother of God, is a literal translation. Blah 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 blah. Keep talking while I'm reading real quick.
I'm actually kind of taking on the role like the viewers do sometimes, where I'm just sitting here watching it, waiting, and like.
Well, no, because I want to make sure I get this right.
So basically, it's a special service on New Year's Day for you that you got to go to.
We have no internet.
Yeah, log it back in. Settings.
So the internet issues still have not been resolved for you.
No. Like the TV, I had to reconnect it and everything else earlier. I don't know what's going on because it's like since all the wind happened, we've been having issue.
You know what it might be? It might not even be with your house. It's probably outside. One of their
That's what I think it is.
one of their lines got knocked down somewhere, and they're rerouting.
Yeah, but like the TV lost its whatever too, its connection. So it's like stuff that just randomly things want to just relog on for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I just don't fully understand. But
That's just been I actually have to supervise you with, Cat.
so let's see.
I haven't had anything like that. Well, I did have issues with the Wi-Fi the one time. It wasn't necessarily the Wi-Fi, just internet access, period. Like, I guess one of their modems on a pole blew up.
Oh, nice.
And it was trying to connect to another one, but it was that far away that it wasn't working the right way. I guess with whatever type of grade wire that they have outside. I don't know for sure. I just know that they had to come out and replace like a modem on a pole out here for the whole neighborhood.
Oh, nice.
I guess you would call it a modem. I'm not 100% sure. Somebody that actually works with cable and all that stuff can correct me.
That's my one buddy, actually. He's just always too busy to be on. So, okay, so the way this...
Bless you.
The way it works, so like if a holy day of obligation, right? So like Good Friday, right? Pretty sure Good Friday's on the list. Now you're asking me questions.
No, you're asking
Christmas.
yourself
Let's
questions.
go with Christmas. That
You're
makes
asking yourself questions.
Well, so let's go with like Christmas. Well, because everybody mistakes Ash Wednesday as a holy day of obligation, but it's not. Does that make sense then? So like everybody goes because they get their ashes put on their forehead, right? And during the height of the COVID, people like, the hell you're not putting ashes on my forehead, but any other time, it's like, well, but so if it falls on a Sunday, then technically it's not a holy day of obligation. Because it is, because Sunday's already an obligated day. See, and this is where like it gets finicky. Like here, holy days of obligation in the Roman Catholic Church, religious feast days on which Catholics must attend Mass and refrain from unnecessary work. And who doesn't hate work? All right, I try to refrain from unnecessary work all the time. Okay, so if work's not necessary, not doing it. All right, and when God says to not do that unnecessary work, even then it's more so important to not do that unnecessary work. All right. Although all Sundays are sanctified in this way, the term holy days usually refers to other feasts that must be observed in the same manner as Sunday. So that's where it comes into, like, what is and what isn't, I need 2022. We're coming into 2022. But yeah, it's the Solemnity of Mary is what January 1st is. Hold on, we'll do this. 2022. So yeah, you've got like May 26th, Ascension of Jesus, which is when Jesus ascended into heaven. August 15th, Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which is when Mary was assumed into heaven. All Saints Day. Now, and that's where you get into the argument of, well, how do I, when I was growing up Protestant, Halloween was like, oh, don't Halloween bad, right? It's like being Catholic now. It's like, yeah, it's All Hallows Eve. So there's All Saints Day. All Hallows Eve is where you're preparing for the people who are going, the people prior to sainthood. So it's actually a day of itself in general, anyways. It's a day of praying and whatnot. Yeah, you're supposed to like pray for the souls of the people in purgatory and whatnot.
Huh.
Yeah. Everything's got a purpose when you stop and look at it, and that's where it gets funny. So All Saints Day, which is a Tuesday, December 8th, Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Which, okay, so this is where it comes down to. If I say Immaculate Conception, what do you think? No. Out of all seriousness, like your upbringing and whatnot, the Immaculate Conception was, because I was brought up Protestant, so you're not throwing me. Immaculate Conception.
Basically, that's when Mary became pregnant.
That is the Protestant interpretation, right? Which is why you're always like, better. But if my daughter ever gets pregnant, it better be immaculate, motherfucker. Right? You tell that to any boy who thinks they need to kiss your daughter on the cheek, apparently in preschool, as you grab your rifle and climb up on the roof and hope they don't drive up the driveway. But that's a side note when your daughter says, I don't want to marry them because I'm too young, but maybe later. And if I have my way, that little Christian will become the best Christian in the world. But speaking of, all right, and he better convert to Catholicism at that. But anyways, so needless to say, I was going on some rant. So, the Immaculate Conception in the Catholic Church, right, was Mary being conceived by Saint Anne, which Saint Anne is the mother of Mary, right? Was being conceived because she was conceived already prior from conception, forgiven by Christ, or through the the death of Christ, right? Because it before and after, whatever time is whatever, right? Okay, because she had to be free of original sin to be the pure vessel, but she's free of original sin because of Christ, because she's prepared as the vessel to carry Christ into the world. That's my easiest, non-theological degree way of explaining the Catholic version of Immaculate Conception versus the Protestant.
Okay.
So Immaculate Conception means immaculate as in conceived without sin, without original sin. Not I was conceived of virgin birth, because Mary was immaculately conceived, but Jesus was conceived of virgin birth. Two different freaking terminologies. Now, we can bicker conversationally of right, wrong, different interpretation issues, whatever, people as a whole. But in general, the concept's still the same. Jesus was born through virgin birth. And you should honor the mother of Christ one way or the other. Because she was willing to go through chance of ridicule and everything else that there was of Christ. Needless to say, holy day of obligation, right? And then of course there's Christmas, which is December 25th, which is always fun because it falls on a Sunday next year, which screws up your pay period again for normal pay people. Guess what? I don't have to go to church on 2 days. I just go to church once. So there's not 2 days of church.
Yeah.
When Christmas is on a Friday, then you're going to church on Friday and on Sunday. Sunday, Friday, Sunday. That's a lot of church. Like obligated church. That's a lot of church. But when Christmas falls on a Sunday, one-time deal. Don't worry, the Catholics make it easy too for us. They say, roughly like 5-6 p.m. on freaking Saturday. It's Sunday. So you can go to church Saturday night and count it as Sunday. And it's not that you're going to hell from not going to church. It's just a sin, which you got to give credit to the Catholics. Like growing up Protestant, give credit to the Catholics here because they literally go, going to church is so important. It's sinful not to go to church. On the Protestant side, well, I just don't feel like going to church today. Well, we missed you last Sunday. Well, what happens because I didn't go to church? Well, we missed you last Sunday. On the Catholic side, you're like, we missed you last Sunday. And you're like, well, yeah, I know. They're like, were you sick? Well, no. Wait, what happened? Well, I just had better things to do. Well, I hope you like sinning. And you're like, ooh, I don't want to sin. I do enough of that without skipping church. Let's not add another one to piss off God. So you try not to piss off God and you go to church. I do enough other things to piss him off. No, I'm not pushing my beliefs on you. You're more than welcome to. There's extra key to the house, things like that. Like the shower in the house, whatever. We go to church New Year's, whatever time that's supposed to be. You're more than welcome to have free reign in my house, or you go to church with us, whichever. Maybe we'll purify demon children too while we're at it.
We'll see what happens. I'll let her know.
No, like I said, one way or the other, it's your guys' option whether you attend with us or not. We understand not everybody's Catholic. No, the dogs don't need out right now. But needless to say, that that's one of those we're not gonna be like, oh, you came to stay with us, go to church. Like my kids, it's like you live under my roof, you can still go to church because that's the way it works. But I'm not looking.
Yeah.
Going, well, you were my soldier. That's practically like one of my kids. I expect you when you're home under Dad's roof, you go to church, boy. I got it.
Oh. It's weird. You bring it up the whole soldier thing. It's still feeling weird to me. Being out.
But you know what'll make it feel less weird for at least about a good 30 to 45 seconds to run through the bottom while I fix my problem.
Oh my. Legit problems. Hit the notification bell, like, share, subscribe. If I could go ahead and quit having what feels like dust caught. Don't be afraid to use the hashtag. Don't be a dick. Follow us on Facebook, Jaggers Juxtaplooza. He has Instagram. You can follow him at MPJags. Our official merchandise is available at cafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza. I'm always the commercial guy, it seems like. But anyhow, don't be afraid to use the hashtag. Don't be a dick. We use it all the time. Even said pineapples. Leave us comments. Sometimes with the comments, we'll be able to get something going here. New topic, whatever. Other times, we'll go back, review comments, and try and bring it up on the show the next time around. So what do we got in the glass today?
I know what we don't got in the glass today.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna go with the really lame your mom joke, but I'm not drunk enough for that. It's not the $150 bottle of fucking whiskey bourbon whiskey that they've got sitting at the it's a drugstore really, but it's a liquor store. They got the state liquor license for the counter, but for the county. So the thing being that this is just Jim Beam Devil's Cut, if I remember right. So, but I really am tempted. If we made it an every year thing, or you came out here every year for New Year's, I would so buy a bottle, the $150 bottle, because I'm not rich enough to go, I got the $3,000 bottle of liquor at the other liquor store. No, $150 bottle of liquor. I would lock it up in the cabinet where it would require 3 to 4 locks, right?
Yeah.
So that when you come to visit, you have to have the key. So that 4 locks we hand to both our wives, right? We go, here's all 4 keys, and we unlock it. So we pour 1 shot, and it gets locked back up until the following year. 1 shot each, pour every year.
That would last a good while.
Yeah, or you move out here, whichever. For your summer home, your winter home, whatever,
Whichever way.
Yeah, whichever way. It might be winter because we got less mountains than you've got.
Yeah, it'd be different.
No. Got here from my daughter. Her stuff is spewed across part of my house. My dad is a veteran. We tell them thank you. God bless America. And she drew an American flag.
Oh, there you go.
For a 5-year-old. Right.
I made it at school.
Oh, it's and apparently we had a fingerprint tree. No, that's enough of your stuff. No, I don't want your turkey. Fine, just a turkey. One more.
Stop it.
This is my Ballerina Turkey. She is dancing so she doesn't get 8 for Thanksgiving. It's literally what it says. She is dancing so she doesn't get 8 for Thanksgiving.
Going back through here.
So, we got comments. Is there a normal comments?
No, it's just me.
Oh, it's our regular comments there.
Okay. Well, we got 3 viewers right now. So welcome, 3rd viewer, whoever you may be. Don't be afraid to leave comments. Unless you're asking me if I read the comments, and then when you get asked about your question, you go bye, because then we go bye. And that becomes like the new freaking catchphrase. It really makes it seem like the show's ending, and even when it's not, because I'm like, bye.
It's way too true, though.
Right.
I asked them, yes,
Or trying to bait us into something that really shouldn't be touched.
I love getting baited into crap. It's always fun. Yeah, I got somebody really tried baiting me in one time, and because I'm so oblivious to stupid, I couldn't even answer the question because I'm like, my MP senses kicked in. I'm like, no poly, no waiver, no statement. get my lawyer. I'm like, well, I don't know how I really feel about that. That's a good question. How should I feel about this? I'm not really sure. This is really, like playing both sides of the aisle without saying a damn thing.
Yeah.
Then after they disappeared, I was like, wait, this is what? No, how about you just parent your children? It's like I kind of picked a side at that point.
Well, it's like at the same time, the person that bounced in, that bounced out with that bye.
Yeah. Did you figure out who they were or something?
No, I think honestly they were trying to get everybody to go over to their page or whatever. I don't know.
But they had nothing on their page.
Yeah. Still.
Needless to say, though, so when you come out, we're gonna have to balance out the camper too.
Oh, it is what it is.
Yeah, we just got to drop the feet. I mean, no big deal.
Yeah.
Unless you want like all sorts of rocking.
Now the question is though, do I get the parking spot on top of the drain pipe?
No.
Please.
No, I own that drain pipe. I don't care what the crazy bitch next door thinks. That's my drain tile.
But can I park on top of it?
Can I park my foot in your ass?
Come on, look at it this way. It weighs twice as much as what your vehicle does.
No, she hasn't talked to me since. She doesn't understand that. Are you serious right now? She complained about my Trailblazer, not the camper that's parked on top of it.
What? You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I do not understand what you're saying at all.
You don't want a rut, is what you're saying.
I already have a rut. I don't want a worse rut. Plus, you don't realize how shallow that space really is. Like, you really don't want to do it because anything longer than my Trailblazer, when you go to pivot out, you either run the risk of tapping the mailboxes with the front end of your truck or catching the freaking light pole behind. I mean, like actual like metal light pole behind the freaking vehicle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. Are we the commercial? Commercial for what?
No, me.
Oh.
But where is he parking?
I don't get the comment.
No, talking about me going through, I was talking about going through on that. I guess there was more of a delay. Saying I guess I'm the commercial guy because of scrolling through on everything. That was when you were mixing your drink.
So there's a real long delay to somebody choosing to make comments. That's so much so that the comments from the comment reader are delayed. I like it. Needless to say, at the same time, though, if you shared us with your friends, commenter, Jersey Girls 77 exclamation point. If you shared us with your friends, we might have more than 3 viewers currently. And we lost a subscriber over the last week, too. Means they probably deleted their, I blame YouTube, or they deleted their YouTube account or something,
Yeah.
Yeah. Needless to say, though, if you actually shared us, you might, whatever. My Cyberfrog should be on its way here soon. It's in its final process. He decided to cut the comic book short. There's going to be a 40-page release at most. It's already going to be a 63-page release, and he's cutting out some more and moving it to Cyberfrog 3 so that I can thus get my book sooner.
Well, hopefully.
It was supposed to have been released in like April.
So rather than going ahead and finish it right, he's cutting stuff out?
No, he said it worked better. As he got like 5 pages into the and we're not talking like panels, pages into the part he was working on. He's like, I can end this here 5 pages earlier and actually like be able to push this to Cyberfrog 3.
Huh.
Right. So I'm not complaining. I'm getting my damn book.
Which you've been waiting on since April.
Technically longer than that. I have technically been waiting on this Cyberfrog book as long as I've been waiting on my annulments through the Catholic Church. If I get Cyberfrog before my annulments, my wife's going to murder everybody.
Oh. Well, the birds have finally quieted down.
You know, if you just jinxed me. but no, needless to say though, so we'll have to balance out the camper for you. Do you want me to leave the cookies that's in the camper for you?
Eat them.
It's probably better to throw those out.
They haven't molded.
It's probably better to just throw
They have
those
not
out.
molded.
Yeah, that makes me not want to ever eat those again. That's not natural.
You make a good point. We need to let your children test them first.
No.
Turns out it's the cure to freaking
COVID.
Of the 19. Turns out the old open freaking chewy Chips Ahoy, that's the cure to all disease.
Oh. That would definitely be weird.
But no, like one of the things we're thinking, like we've got our waffle maker that we don't use very often, so we're thinking like breakfast or whatever. Take out the waffle maker on Friday because you're gonna be here like late Thursday or whatever, mid Thursday.
Yeah.
Take out like the waffle maker, make that, make like scrambled eggs and whatnot.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Then for lunch, the ramen thing.
Yes. I definitely want to try that.
If you had an Instagram, you could share it with your followers on Instagram. This ramen thing that you're trying. You go, this is amazing, and then link in, Shasta's Instagram, and then it links through that. This is amazing, and it helps blow up the concept. Yeah, bitch. But anyways, and then for dinner, it's because it's New Year's Eve. It's going to be more like snack food and whatnot.
Yeah.
So like I got my pizzazz that we're gonna plug in, and she's making meatballs in the crock pot, and apparently we're doing little smokies or whatever that Daniel wants in the other crock pot.
Okay.
So it's just gonna be like a big snack.
So they've been planning this at least.
That part they did, the little smokies and whatnot, but the rest of it we just said this is what we're doing. Yeah. I don't even know we sent like over. We're just like we're planning the meals because we're not taking you out to eat because I mean it's just what's the point? There's no real restaurants around here that are worth a damn, especially over New Year's.
That's messed up. Oh, it's messed up funny in a way,
Well, there is the one, but the seating can get a little fishy because it's smaller town seating.
Okay.
We know the owners, but it's one of those. It's like it's decent, but with COVID, the prices on everything's gone through the roof.
Oh, everything's gone up. It's only getting worse. Yeah. It's only getting worse with the price of stuff.
And then for like Saturday morning, thinking like the same thing breakfast wise or whatever. There's like we got cereal for the kids or whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then we've got like. We had another thing planned out for lunch. I think, Saturday was going to be burgers, right? So we're going to throw burgers on, burgers, brats, hot dogs, whatever. Saturday night, your last night there, that's when I'm pulling out the steaks. I don't know if your kids eat steaks.
Steaks, a vegetable, a potato, and
We'll make it work.
If they don't, that's fine. I'll throw on chicken for them. That's even better because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Kids and steaks are freaking. Kids either eat a shit ton or they eat like none of it, one or the other. And then you're stuck. If they eat none of it, then you're stuck eating a bunch of their steak. So you're overstuffing yourself. And if they eat a shit ton, then you're losing half your steak to your kids.
Yeah. And I mean, the chicken thing works for the kids probably better.
Okay. So we're doing that. And then, whatever for Sunday, Yeah. I mean, obviously, with steaks, there's potato, vegetable, dessert, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. And then,
No dessert, so they have to let me know.
yeah. So Shasta wants to know what kind of dessert you guys are after. That's the big thing there. We're also going to
We've
make
seen
sure
the pictures of what you bake and what you make and everything like that. I don't think there's a concern there of whatever you do.
she wants to know what your preference is. Like, what's your preferred dessert? Some people it's cheesecake. Some people it's pies.
Pies are done after Christmas. I don't do make any more pies after Christmas.
That's going to be more of a her question for Danny.
Fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I got it. Don't worry. I've got you. We'll make you
Okay.
we'll make you a rhubarb pie. It's fine.
No, pies are done after.
You know what? I don't think I've ever actually even had one.
Don't. I'm good. I won't eat it. I won't. I've made them. I've made rhubarb pie just like coconut cream pies. I've made the crap out of them. Lemon meringue pies. I've made the crap out of those. I'm good on all of those.
See, Michaela is like big on pie, but everybody else, I mean, everybody does cheesecake. I don't know a single person that turns that type of thing down.
My wife isn't really big on cheesecake. She just makes it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Or, even just a cake, I mean, nothing fancy, just a cake.
Right.
Whatever. Whatever's easiest. That's it. Whatever's easiest. I mean,
but anyway, yeah, when it's like I've sneakily done this though. We're not. We've got meals planned out for every meal, and it's like we're not going to a restaurant where you can try to sneakily get payback to me. It's like I pre-planned all this.
She's got a hell of a delay.
And it's fine. It's like I pre-planned all of this in such a way that you can't try to be sly and sneaky and get back at me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm amazing at this. But it's also, you pick the time of year, which is the either busiest or worst time of year to try to go to a restaurant. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Now, I am going to say, just because
I only passed through that area and I had all my food in the sleeper, so,
Right. Well, I am going to say, the one restaurant we used to go to, like when I was a kid, it was a big buffet. It would have been amazing to take, like the kids would have found anything they liked there. Now that buffet went from like a buffet down to like a table. Like it's not worth it. And it was the old school food, right? I even proposed to my wife at this restaurant. But it wasn't the same.
So it's dropped down since
I tried taking my in-laws there because I was like, hey, it'll remind them of the food they grew up with, but it's not the same. They've got literally like a quarter of the food they used to have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really disappointing.
Cutting back on the menu cost.
All of them are.
Yeah.
And this is long before COVID.
Yeah, her comments are lagging so bad.
Not with that thing. Do what?
Her comments are lagging so bad.
Well, they're supposed to be.
No, that's in reference to what you were saying about sharing.
You get more viewers watching. That's the reference to sharing. Hold on. Okay, I understand where you're getting at there. So the thing is, you get the more popular become, we get paid. When we get paid, then you have friends that aren't sad and miserable by not getting paid. So thus, I could finally cut the other Zach a paycheck that he doesn't get. I mean, Ohio's a big state. That's pretty. Zach's going to Ohio. Well, yeah, but I'm just gonna say, you're trying to be sly. Like, look, I'm being sly. You're coming to my house. I get to just help figure out meals and whatnot. I'm being sly by going, hey, magically, the only time that there would be a chance is when we order pizza, which is probably paid for before we even show up. But that's the only time I'm being sly. I'm telling you right now, this doesn't go, well, technically I was there in 2021 and 2022 because I stayed from New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. I got my bases covered. I've been there 2 years in a row. Nice try. That won't work. Just saying, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, he called me on it. Yeah, I know, you tried planning that out real smart. But we caught you. We caught you. Trying to be sneaky.
It is what it is.
Yeah. You got caught. Don't worry. It took me a minute. Don't get me wrong. You almost got me. But that's okay. A lot of people still don't believe you're really coming.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
My cat doesn't think you're coming.
Really?
Yeah, he's over here, got his head in a bucket even.
Oh, the cat, not... Okay.
Yeah, he's got his head in a bucket. It's almost as bad as a freaking ostrich.
He's hiding already.
Yeah, look at this sad cat. Look how sad he is. He doesn't believe you're coming. He just wants Danielle to come love him. He just wants Danielle to love him. That's all. From a distance. With a lot of Benadryl.
Exactly.
Actually, to be honest, hold on. So, needless to say, I did get asked, it's like, how bad was it when you went to visit? And it's like, well, it wasn't. Because we did obviously would have had cat hair on us. So maybe she's getting a little better about it, which might be beneficial.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, maybe it'll be so great, she'll be like, wow, I'm magically not allergic to cats anymore. And guess what? Now you got a cat and dogs.
Oh, no.
No, don't worry. We'll have like 1 or 2 or 3 with you. It's fine.
No.
Or children. Yeah, maybe just children. We'll just send children. Yeah. But needless to say, like my fence, we can rip up the rest of that and send your way. Then I guess you don't need me as a friend anymore, so I know. You can use me for everything.
That's screwed up.
But possible. You're like, no, I got to come back one more time for the posts if they don't come out. But no, yeah, and like if your kids act up, I've got a garage that needs cleaned and organized. So we got you. Don't worry. Yeah, we haven't told the kid yet because we're letting her get surprised. The other one, I mean, does no good to say anything to him. He can just wait. But yeah, we got the swing set in the back if it's not too snowy or dog poopy, one or the other.
Exactly.
Right now, it's muddy as hell back there.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my god, dude! I woke up and my sump pump was just.
Oh, now your internet's going.
Like it's like, oh, and then it stops. Then you hear it work through. I'm gonna have to pay somebody to go under there to trench this out. I'm gonna end up having to go through this summer.
To trench it out.
Yeah, I can sit up in it, dude. I can't do it myself. I don't have the physical wherewithal anymore to be able to trench the side to create the angled slope ditch down to the sump pump.
True.
Unless you're going to climb your 6'8" ass under my house and try to use an E-tool.
Yeah. Yeah, no thanks.
I rest my case.
Eh,
It's hard enough for me to get down there because it is set up, but I go down there and I'm like trying to like finagle my way. Like
Thinking
there's
how
plenty
it
of
was in my
room.
attic space for me, yeah. No, underneath
Hey,
the house is probably not a good
speaking
idea.
of, while you're here, you can poke your head up in my attic, and we won't even need a ladder.
Yeah, get to the fucking attic.
It's right there off the steps. He'll be tall enough. You can just poke his head through. By the way, we have normal like door height, so you might need to duck once or twice.
It is what it is.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, we got high ceilings. We just got door heights.
Yeah. It is
So
what it
you
is.
know, I mean, oh holy hell! I think I'm having a fucking seizure. Jesus Christ! Her game is just like flickering like crazy.
I think it's just the area.
Jesus. Yeah,
Oh
like
my
all
God.
the lights are flickering. No wonder they put those warnings. Like seizures may occur from watching this game.
The thing is, you gotta remember this is a 1800s version.
Like she needs to shoot out these lights or something. Jesus. But yeah, but needless to say, yeah, your kids, we can put them to work if they want to act up. If they want to act up on your drive, we can put them to work. Don't worry about that.
It'll work.
Oh yeah. I mean, or we can have them pick up sticks. I mean, because the way it's looking right now, it's going to be like 60 degrees when you come out to visit. So,
It's gonna be what?
like 60 degrees, dude. It's supposed to be hit like the 50s this week.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. I didn't realize we were in fucking October.
Oh yeah. I mean, the weather. It's no wonder people are getting sick constantly.
Well, if you notice, so I talked to a farmer the other day. Guy who he has a normal job, then farms as well, right?
Yeah.
The weather is shifted to the right. Okay, so like instead of being like November, we used to have like football games in the snow on like Thanksgiving and shit, right? So it's shifted, and now it's starting to start snowing in like January, and it ends in like March, April
Yep.
time frame, right? But
Yep.
planting season and everything else, like for the crops actually growing, hasn't been able to been pushed off because the crops aren't wanting to start growing later in the year yet. So they're really playing that game of whatever. Like, so everybody's like, "Oh, climate change." I'm like, "Yeah, the climate's changing, but somebody please figure out what's going on."
If you go back, I mean,
And I'm not
there's
looking
so
at
many
like the
cycles.
political climate change. I'm like, somebody literally tell me why it's shifting
Yeah.
the way it is.
Well, and one thing that I've looked at before is that there's been major cycles. Like this. I just look at it as we're in another cycle where we're in a warmer time frame right now. Give it another 15 years, it'll be like how it was 15 years ago. Excuse me. That's what I think.
If it does a 15-year cycle.
Seems to be like a 30-year cycle thing. Seems to.
Well, so for like instance, my son apparently has been like on this weather kick, right? Like freaking out about the weather, really, is what it comes down to. But this weather kick, what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather, right? Terrified of the concept of tornadoes and whatnot. And so his mom looks at him and is like, hey, it's coming winter time. There's no tornadoes really in the winter, right? Like when there's snow, right? Not like what we just literally had in like Bowling Green, Kentucky, which I have people sharing around here like it's in Bowling Green, Ohio, because they don't realize there's a Bowling Green, fucking Kentucky.
Oh, and speaking of which, with all those storms in Bowling Green, Kentucky, the Corvette Museum got hit by some of them too.
Oh, nice. But so needless to say, his one grandmother looks and goes, Well, tornadoes have been known to happen in the winter sometimes. So then he starts freaking about snow tornadoes or something.
Snow-nado.
Don't give Sci-Fi Channel some ideas. Snow-nado Part 62. Sharks in the snow.
Oh, sharks in the snow. Oh, man. So, Snow-nado or Sharknado Arctic Edition.
Get these motherfucking sharks off my motherfucking snow. I can see that now. What they need to do is they need to take Sharknado, mix it with snow hurricanes and snakes on a plane. And then what we do, we just name it Unicorn Madness. Just to really fuck with everybody.
And we got to have Samuel Jackson in it.
And, oh, wait, who's the other one? You got to have Sam Jackson and who's the guy who always voices God and everything?
Morgan Freeman?
Yeah. Morgan Freeman. You got to have Sam Jackson and Morgan Freeman in it.
Wow.
And Seth Rogen, just to fuck it all up.
Bruce Willis?
No. Because then that's it. Sam Jackson, Bruce Willis, that's normal. That's Unbreakable, which I haven't seen any like Mr. Glass or any of the rest of it. Unbreakable was just good. I remember that as a kid. You remember Unbreakable?
Not really. I can't recall.
Oh my God. Okay, you need to stop and rewatch Unbreakable. Bruce Willis. Apparently, Jersey Girl 77 exclamation part because she's excited about the number 77, which I don't understand. Because nobody's excited about Jersey. Well, I know that for a fact. So that's not the exclamation point. It's got to be the number 77.
Oh my.
Says I have family in Ohio. I'm sorry. I also have family in Ohio.
Damn it.
Yeah, but nobody's excited about Jersey. I know that for a fact. Don't worry. I got that figured out. If we're doing exclamation point of I'm a girl, well, everybody is anymore. So it's got to be 77.
The heck was that noise?
Is a 77 an upside down L? I don't get what's LL.
No, I know what 77 is.
Is it?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you later on.
It's not appropriate.
Huh?
It's not appropriate. Shame. Using inappropriate slurs on the YouTube. Inappropriate slurs on the YouTube. I don't know what it means, but I'm sure it's inappropriate. Or is it like 7 times 77? 7 is a big number in the Bible. When we want to backtrack to the biblical thing, 70 and 40. Or 7 and 40, the big fucking numbers. They don't always mean what they mean, but they're just important.
Yep.
Unless that means she's 77 years old. I'm impressed that we got such old viewers.
Oh, no. No, it's not that.
In which case, I can't be upset that we have viewers that age. Not upset about that at all. I'm actually impressed that I can connect with the older generation. Oh, yeah, that could be it. Until I find out it's like my great aunt at my freaking
Oh, that'd be
family
so jacked
reunion,
up if you guys
and it's
were actually
related.
related.
And it's somebody you know, because that just becomes even more weird. Because it's like, wait a second, I don't have anybody at my family reunion show up out of Pennsylvania. None of us are that stupid to move out that way. Sure as hell not to Jersey. Some of my family, they moved the hell out of New York because they were smart, but they definitely went farther. North Carolina.
She's offering up her cats as well.
But yeah. So if it's age, well, I mean, that would be 77 when you made the account. So it means they got to be in like their 80s at this point because, I mean, the YouTube's been around for a while. Unless it's not the age, in which case, I have no idea.
Oh, my.
It could be code for Zach, as in the other Zach, not me, as a loser. That could be it because Jersey got it. That's what it is. It's calling you a loser. I figured it out. Look at that. Look at that code breaker. Oh, this is good as the Da Vinci Code. I figured it all out. It's like the Holy Grail. Now I just need Sean Connery to help me find it in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then drop it in a ravine because a crevice opens up in the middle of the thing. Because he chose poorly.
Oh, excuse me.
Just because you're yawning doesn't mean you can't help me run with this. So you're like, fuck, I don't want to offend the person I know. And I'm like, I don't know them, so it's good. I'm not being offensive, and the comments are so delayed that I can keep going, and then finally it's too late. Or as you're probably sitting there texting, like, he's just joking. It's 90% shtick. The stuff you can say in a web show, a podcast, on radio. I was listening to one of the radio shows I listen to, and they're like, yeah, the way we talk to each other on show is way different than we would in person. Sometimes you accidentally offend somebody, but 90% of it's for the show or the audience. It's literally for the sake of the show or the audience in general, not necessarily one person. So if I do offend people, I'm sorry, but that just means you're too old to understand radio, which is weird because I know the telegraph and all that radio has been around for a while.
Damn. Going there said telegraph.
Well, I mean, like when
that's
the
funny.
Titanic sunk.
That one's funny.
I never understood Morse code. I didn't need to.
That one's funny, though. The whole telegraph thing. That's good. So wrong.
What was I wrong? Is it the Pony Express?
So wrong, but funny as hell.
The Pony Express? That's pre-train, bitch.
Oh, man.
And we lost a subscriber.
Speaking of subscribing, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. That way you know whenever we're actually doing this thing. Sometimes we're later, sometimes with the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that coming up, things will be out of whack.
That's late enough in the show. It's not really worth inviting anybody extra in because we're going to be closing this down here in the next couple of minutes. So, I let you go through your spiel. But, God, I'm going to have a seizure seeing this game because I got good looking this way, but then I turned.
Starting to mess with your head when only one of your eyes is catching it?
No, I turned and let both my eyes catch it like an idiot. I don't know how my wife's playing it right now and not have thrown it because I'm sure it's pissing her off at this point. She's literally just trying to escape this room. They're trying to treat it like it's a Assassin's Creed game, but they're trying to treat it like the old 1800s or whatever, where the lights weren't great for electricity.
Yeah, the flickering.
Yeah, and it's on flicker. Can you see that flicker?
Speaking of the flicker, yeah, off your glasses for sure too. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Speaking of flickering, I don't know why they did it, but they actually put in the old school style lamps in front of the new courthouse where they're actually fired off of natural gas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I put a flame bulb in my lamppost in the yard.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah. So definitely when you're staying here in the camper, when you look outside, you go, "Oh shit! It's not really a fire." I was trying to get the neighbors to call, and it never worked.
Huh.
I was the only one with fire. I'm pretty sure I'm still to this day the only one in the neighborhood with a flame bulb.
Huh.
Because it used to have a HOA here, and you had to have a lamppost. So the majority of people still have lampposts in their front yard. So but yeah, but no, like the camper works out great. Sleeps 8. How about that? You're not bringing the dog. I can actually set it up so you get a little more space even for the kids.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise, the dog kennel takes up a whole bed to itself. Space heaters, actually, technically the stove there. There is a coffee maker out there, or you can just come in where like the normal people are. There is a tub that you can shove the dirty children into if you need to.
That'll work.
There's okay, so because obviously watching you right now, you're a smoker. There's the butt can I've had for years. So it started when I smoked still, and so forth, and it just passed on from house to house. It's literally an ammo can with a hole drilled through it, sitting outside for you to sit your cigarette butts in.
Oh, I'll make sure they're not laying around.
Well, yeah, but then you're not setting the trash can on fire by throwing a cigarette butt into it.
Yeah.
So no,
I haven't done that yet.
We actually cater to anybody who's not a vapor, and we've got cigarette butt can outside. Vapors, I don't know what the fuck they do with the things. Like, I don't know how you put those out, like in the trash. I guess because it's weird. And
one of the guys that I was in the reserves with actually had one explode in his back pocket.
He deserved it. I mean, is he okay?
Yeah, I mean, he had 3rd-degree burns and all.
Did they have the skin graft his buttocks?
Yes.
I knew a kid.
One down the back of his thigh too.
I knew a kid. He had to have skin graft on his finger, right? And they took a chunk of skin from his buttocks to skin graft his finger. And so we always made fun of him for smelling his ass every time he itched his nose. We also found out.
Did he ever wind up going to itch his nose and say what smells like shit?
No. We would do it the other way. He'd go to itch his nose, and be like, "Does that smell like shit?" Because he put himself in for a Purple Heart. Put himself in for a Purple Heart for a non-combat related injury at a clearing barrel. Obviously, it got denied, but at a clearing barrel. Because a lieutenant slammed his hand in a Humvee door. Now, granted, a lieutenant from another unit, blah, blah, blah. We were doing a transition from one unit to another. But, yeah, that ended up happening. So, needless to say, yeah.
You just read it, huh? Yeah.
Needless to say, yeah, we would make fun of them to no end. And we found out because somebody else was at least honest, and they were overweight. They ended up breaking their leg, falling out some stairs, and they went back to the States and ended up finding out that's what he did and contacted us to say, as well as it verified by the one soldier whose wife was still rear detachment as well.
Jesus.
Yeah, but don't worry. That individual ended up getting promoted and promoted, and then, while I was in, never got promoted over me, but got special treatment because they like to climb under desks or something. Good old boy system that doesn't apparently exist unless you're Polak. Polish? What's the appropriate term for that?
What?
The people from ancestry out of Poland. Poland?
Good
Polak?
question.
Polish? Brown noser? I mean, I have no idea.
Neither do I. But on that one, oh my god.
But needless to say, so yeah. Not that I'm bitter or anything.
Oh.
The only thing that bothers me, they never outranked me the whole time I was in. But they sure as fuck almost did too many times because they managed to brown nose to the right people.
Yeah.
And by that, I literally mean we're both promotable, but we both require, at the time, it was WLC, which is the old PLDC, which is now
BLC.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Needless to say, I needed that class, and they sent him, and I was on a medical profile. I came off profile to be able to go to this class, which actually screwed me over because at the time I was on I was one of the few people that managed to get the must wear sunglasses when outdoors. I came off that from flash burning my fucking eyeballs, which is what you're retina really, but flash burn. Came off that without fully healing to be able to go to this class.
Yeah.
And to address comments, I'm not talking smack. I don't understand. At least I give credit. Thank God the elderly know how to spell my name appropriately. Because my bosses at work sure as fuck don't.
Well, that's because there's too many Zacs around there, too.
No, there's really not. But literally, they have no idea. None of them. I was working there before the L1 showed up.
It happens. It happens. Anymore, I don't even get worked up about it. I'm just like, however you care, I don't care.
No, that's how I know whether it's work people or not. I just judge by the spelling. If I don't know the person, they spell it wrong. Which is weird because I don't know anybody out of Jersey.
Now you do.
Apparently not. We're not Facebook friends. We're not real friends. And I don't add people I don't know on Facebook. Makes things easy. Every time, okay, so I'm guessing Jersey girl would be a girl. I shouldn't suppose these things in today's world, but I'm going to, for the sake of argument, suppose that Jersey girl is a girl. Okay? And if I don't know girls, I don't add them. Because if you leave them in Facebook limbo long enough, right? Guess what happens? Every time. For me. Give it 30 days. And you'll see some Haji. And by that, I literally mean possibly even like their name is Haji out of India. Generally homosexual. Showing pictures of them with their boyfriend on freaking changing their profile picture in the end.
She says you're an asshole.
Do I?
She said you're an asshole.
Don't subject me. But no, the point being though, out of all seriousness though, honestly, I've had this happen numerous times where it always turns out to be some dude who's like showing some stock photo of some girl on Facebook.
Yeah,
like,
no, this one's real.
Gotta be friends with you.
Nope, she's real.
No, that's besides.
She's real.
That's besides the point. That's not what my comment is. That's not the story here. It wasn't the story. You ruined my story. Go ahead, ruin my story. Whatever. Fuck you. Fuck you, other Zach. You feel better now? You got me to swear finally?
Finally get the flashing to stop.
No. Apparently it's a glitch and she needed to buy the remastered version.
No, they don't have one.
Oh, they don't have one?
I said I should have bought the other one, the Rogue, because
Oh, well then stop playing it before you give yourself seizures. I don't know how you're handling it this far. I'm surprised that controller hasn't been thrown through the TV. Then again, go
explain this one to me.
ahead, throw it through the TV because then I get the 75-inch. Never mind. Throw it through the TV.
But the video was like clearer than shit. But the game was
Oh my.
But needless to say, yes, we've been going for an hour and 35 minutes. Usually we try to go for a bit longer, but it is almost a quarter after 10.
You got to chase your kid around. Get them into bed, don't you?
She says no. She says no. But, so needless to say, I will let you talk to Uncle Pineapple after the show is over. Okay? Okay. Oh my goodness. She doesn't understand the difference between pre-show, during show, post-show. As far as she's concerned, that means it's over.
Well, on that one,
Needless to say, what I was waiting for was the scrolling to start, so I can go, hey, make sure to use that hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us on the Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow me on the Instagram at MPJags. You can follow the other Zac at.
we have our official merchandise at cafepress.com/thejaggersjuxtaplooza. Don't be afraid to hit the notification bell to know whenever we have something posted up. Like, subscribe, share.
Leave your comments. Both
Yes.
during show and post show. We watch that. I get
And
emails.
that's the first time I've missed that on this whole episode this time. So I'm doing better.
Yeah. You'd be doing even better if you had your own Instagram or something, or Twitter.
Tiki-taki.
Oh, you're on TikTok now. I didn't
No,
realize.
no, I'm not. But anyhow,
You trust the Chinese all of a sudden. Okay.
no,
I heard
definitely
it's a
don't.
good place to meet women. So for those women in here or people from Jersey, great place to meet people. Apparently, it's better than the Jersey Shore. Just saying.
That was more out of New York, but anyhow, I got corrected on that one hardcore.
Yeah, I know nothing about it, but I'm pretty sure the show was called Jersey Shore, which means Jersey. Though I will give. Is it Boston in New Jersey?
Huh?
Boston's in New Jersey, right?
Oh my God.
Yes?
No.
Where's Boston at?
Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Well, the Celtics are about the only good thing in that area. So you guys, you don't even have that going for you.
Oh my. Oh. Anyhow.
I literally walked you right into that one pretty well.
Nope, I'm leaving it alone.
No, it's already happened. It already happened. You just compared Jersey to Massachusetts.
No, Massachusetts is totally different. There's a hell of a lot of assholes up there.
All I gotta say, Larry Bird.
so many damn assholes up that way.
And I stay loyal to the team even past just Larry Bird. But part of the thing being that I don't watch sports anyway, so it works out really well.
But anyhow.
Anyways, so those of you who haven't already, make sure to use that hashtag Don't Be a Nick, no matter whether it offends people or not. Like people named Nick, like the former Nick of the Nick and Zach show under the Jaggers Juxtaplooza, who kind of looks and goes, it's like, I got it, dude, but come on, part of it is shtick. Okay, it's how the nature of radio and podcasting and YouTube goes. Forget to follow us on the Facebook, Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow me on the Instagram at MPJags. You can follow the other Zac at he'sabitch.com. And you can get our official merchandise there at thecafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified of upcoming videos. Leave comments in the comment section down below. We actually are one of the few that we don't get so many comments that we can't read them all. We try to read everything that we get, and hit that like button if you like what you hear. It helps with the algorithms. See how much easier that works, you other Zach, you TikTok bitch. How about you move to Jersey?
Oh wow.
That's
wow.
okay.
I wouldn't fit in there. That's
fine.
for sure.
It's fine. You're in Pennsylvania. It's Little Jersey.
I got to pronounce water differently over there. Water.
It's Little. You're in Pennsylvania. It's Little Jersey, anyways.
No, it's not. That's Philadelphia. We want to go ahead and have it annexed.
Yeah, you don't get a choice. The whole state goes with it. You're Little Jersey, anyways.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Don't have too much fun, and bye.